In December of 2019, the film world was absolutely mesmerized by the genre-blending and innovative storytelling of the Oscar Movie of the Year. We are talking about, of course, Cats the Musical. So before we get into the video, we have a quick message from our sponsor, Curology. How many of y'all seen a face wash commercial that looks like this?
Introducing 52-in-1 Face Wash, the only face wash that you can use on your face, your body, and your hair. No detergent, no problem. Just throw it in the laundry. You can even wash your tires with 52-in-1 Face Wash. Need to clean the nuclear radiation off your power plant to prevent a nuclear holocaust? No problem.
All of these face wash companies just try to make the blandest product that can apply to the most people, and in the end, it doesn't work. Why? Because your face is special. You need a cleanser that is right for your face, for you, personalized, customized, and that's where Curology comes in. Before I started using Curology, I would get flare-ups and zits like all the time. Like my face would be relatively clear, like everything would be straight, and then all of a sudden, boom, zit, in your face. And the worst part about it is, it would make me feel less confident. I wouldn't like going places. Like people would see me and they would notice the zit. They'd be like, what's going on with your face? You got a little, right? I'ma just wipe this off. Oh, it doesn't come off. That's just you. That's your face. You look like the Kool-Aid Man with just some 1% of your face. You look like Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. I'm so sorry. But then after I signed up for Curology, all of that changed. The pimples would be gone and they would stay gone. And it's all because of the special regimen they have me on. First, I apply the cleanser. Rub it all in, let it sit for a second, and I just rinse it off. Next is the moisturizer. This keeps my skin healthy and full of moisture after washing it. Lastly, I put my Curology cream on, and this is the important part, because this is specially made for you with your own ingredients. This is the secret to visibly healthier, nicer skin. So how can you do that? You can sign up using my link in the description below. You can get your whole first bottle free, okay? Plus shipping and handling. So what are you waiting for? Go sign up. Back to the video. Continuity error! Sorry, I really had to get my hair done, but I promise that will be the last continuity error in this video. Hello, my name is Miles Hampton, and I watch bad movies so that you don't have to. Okay, so there's a lot to unpack here. First of all, every time someone asks me why I went to go see this movie, instead of all the other good movies that were out at the time, like Star Wars, 1917, Space Fighters, Return of the Ass Pool, Uncut Gems, or Abusive Relationships, the movie. My mom really wanted me to go. So, me being a great son, I went. And we are a family that loves the theater. Okay, that's what you guys need to understand about me first and foremost. And growing up, Cats the Musical was always this gray cloud looming overhead because it was the musical that no one at my school wanted to do but was always threatened. If y'all don't behave, we're gonna do Cats. And everyone would shut the fuck up. Well, let's get right into it. The problem with this movie is it shouldn't have been made in the first place. There are some musicals that translate very well into cinema, like Sweeney Todd. Tim Burton did an amazing job with that. Les Miserables, that was great because it's a war movie basically with musical. But Cats isn't that type of musical. Cats is a successful musical because of the big asterisk on this, the great music, and the magic of the makeup and sets that they would use. That's why a lot of musicals are popular, but specifically Cats. That's why Cats is popular. And to be honest, I get the appeal. Not saying it's for me, but I get the appeal. Even on stage, Cats isn't really a straightforward plot, and nor is it really focused on one thing, except for Cats, because it's based on a book of poetry by T.S. Eliot of him talking about different types of cats that he would like to pet or stroke. But it works on stage. So when they tried to make it into a movie, one of the first problems that people had with it were that they opted for CGI instead of costumes. And the CGI is also very, very ugly. They opted for CGI over costumes, and that's actually one of the biggest issues with the film. And not because the CGI is ugly, but because that takes away the magic from the musical in the first place. And what I think happened was they saw this, and Personally, what I think happened was they saw the success of like Disney movies like Lion King and Jungle Book, which are debatably good within themselves, and they thought, hey, we can recreate this and capitalize on this market. Like, they probably thought, yo, it's 2019, fuck a costume, we got technology. And much like the SpongeBob movie I just referenced, it looked like they took their computer and beat the living shit out of every single cast member until something feline came out. But to be honest, this movie is so fundamentally broken, I'm not sure if having costumes versus CGI would have made that big of a difference. We're going to come back to this whole CGI thing, but I'm not going to spend so much time on it because there are 1,000 other YouTubers who have already talked about how bad the CGI is, and I'm not going to talk your head off about it. So in the mega box office era that we are living in with Hollywood, it is very unpopular to have a movie that doesn't follow a direct plotline or storyline. Not saying that it hasn't worked before with some movies, but it's definitely not a formula thing that people should be trying to do or attempting without being a very good writer or director. This indirect plotline causes, this non-fluid plotline causes a lot of problems. First of all, you don't know what's going on for most of the movie. The first hour of the movie feels like the first act of the movie. The movie doesn't feel like it has a second act. The whole movie is just you being introduced to this world until all of a sudden, oh, it's the climax. You have all these characters being introduced. Oh, here's a jellicle cat. Here's a cat who likes to eat. Here's a cat who likes to dance and be at home. But nothing comes of these characters. Most of them disappear after having their own number. Jason Derulo came in, did his number, fed some cats his milk, and then disappeared. I kid you not, it may have been in like 1 or 2 scenes in the background for the rest of the movie. That whole process continues until Idris Elba comes in and kills someone. That's at least what it looks like in the moment, but we actually know he's just transporting people to this boat, and they don't fully explain that either. And Rebel Wilson unzips her fur somehow to reveal an outfit underneath. And I want to show some of the other stuff she was doing, but I'm scared of getting demonetized, and I don't really know if it even counts as sexual content because it's a cat, but like it's a human. We know it's a human, but it's a cat, and like, you know, we know what's going on, but I'm just not gonna post it. So the day finally comes for this to be premiered. And I don't know why they did this. I don't know why Universal would do this. But they choose to open on the same weekend as fucking Star Wars. Fucking Disney. If you think for 1 second Disney is gonna let you waltz in here with your theatrics and your Taylor fucking Swift and take the #1 spot away from Mickey? From Mickey? You better call your relatives and set up your GoFundMe because your movie is going to have a weekend funeral. But Cats didn't have a funeral. They got cremated. Let me tell you why. 6.5 million first week with a budget of 95 million. 95 million. That's less of a 10% return on profit after the first week, which is your most successful week. That is an ultimate failure. So I guess I kind of have to take back what I said earlier about them using practical stuff instead of effects, because it could have been worse. Could have been much worse. You know, as a film student, opening weekends like this worry me and make me not even want to join the industry because of fear of things like this happening. It's terrifying. You get killed for this. I don't want that. What followed this bombing was a lot of awkward interviews that kind of remind you of the Game of Thrones Season 8 thing. Whew, okay, I'm just gonna tuck that back in there. Then award season came, and maybe I'm just uneducated, but I don't think I've ever seen this in the history of movies. Universal removed their movie from Oscar consideration. They literally said, my bad, pretend this didn't happen. That's on me, bro. Meaning that this star-studded cast, an expensive-ass movie, will potentially get no Oscars, no Golden Globes, or any maps for whatever, no type of award for anything else until the PETA OSCAT Awards. PETA holds a award show every year. I think it's like a little office fun thing that they do. When they're not being cringeworthy and performing hate crimes for the sake of animals, they have a little award show that they do in the office called the OSCAT Awards. Get it? And Cats got an award. Cats won something. And the OSCAT Award for Best Picture goes to Lion King. Come on up here. Yep. Okay, cool. Next award, Best Picture about cats, called Cats, without starring any cats, goes to Cats. Cats. Alright. Guys, I really wish that was a bit, but it wasn't. That's really what happened. They went to the OSCATs, the PETA award show, won an award that wasn't Best Picture. They won one of those paper plate awards that you give to your office colleague because you guys are just such good pals. Some of the other award details are Joaquin Phoenix for Best Actor, Rocket Man for Costume Design, and literally nothing else for cats. So there's actual awards at this show. A lot of them cat related and animal related, but cats didn't win a single one. If I was a director, I don't know what I would do. And it makes sense that this movie flopped the way it did because the editing on the movie wasn't finished until days after the movie premiered. They turned in an incomplete version of the movie to premiere around the world. And on the red carpet, their editor, like the main editor guy, literally said that he literally finished the movie hours before the premiere. And it makes sense because the editing on the movie was probably a step above the editing of this video. Not a compliment, trust me. There are two versions of the film with finished editing, one without finished editing. And you can tell the difference because you can look at their hands and you can see that they're not edited yet. Some even have a wedding ring on. And that's just very embarrassing, and that's the standard, man. The standard just has to be higher. Before we end this video, I just want you guys to understand something. The final image of this movie is one of the main characters flying off into the sunset in a balloon because she just got put into the afterlife or something weird like that. I don't know. But it's a beautiful little image for flying away. And the movie was so bad that the screen goes black, and this is the reaction. Whole entire theater erupts in laughter. I kid you not. That was my viewing experience. That's how the movie ended. So that's embarrassing. And there you have it. And I guess my ending review of this movie is Cats was so bad that it couldn't even clean up at the PETA Oscars. See you next time.